optimistic. At this point, we are halfway through the tour. I think this could be halfway. It feels like we've been on the road for about a year, to be honest. But I don't know if that's just because we've been in that bus. And as flashes and as awesome as it looks being in a tour bus, and it is cool, don't get me wrong, right? It can be its own little universe, and it's weird, and it's draining, and I can't sleep on them buses, so I struggle. But yeah, as for the support bands, I mean, the two bands we're out with, the Hot Damn and the Virgin Marys, we go way back with those guys, way back, years, and so there's never any dramas. They're all top people, and it's one of the reasons. This is the first time we've been into Europe with a British support. We've been over before plenty of times, but always had a European support, you know. But it's the first time with British bands, and we picked the guys we wanted to be on the road with. So these are top guys, like, yeah. You can't learn to hate each other, can you? So that's the philosophy we live by. But yeah, no, but we've been through it. We've been going for 16 years now. We were friends before this band, you know. So we don't hate each other. There's never really any bicker. We're grown ups. We treasure this band for all it's worth, and we handle it, like something precious. So we don't fall out. We're not going to spoil it. So no, we don't fall out. We don't hate each other as well. It's you know when to leave each other alone. We all give each other our space and all that, But we're working hard, gigging hard together with this lineup for a long time now. So we'll just learn to deal with it. We'll deal with the road. It's is what it is. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, we were told before we came to France. We were told, it's a tough nut to crack, is France. Bands don't really go to France. Small bands. Only big established bands ever go to France, really. And we always thought that. We've always thought that attitude a bit lame, to be honest. So we've always made an effort to come here, and and as the more we come here, like anywhere really, the more it builds. And every time we come, we get more interaction with French fans online, especially. And more people saying they're coming to shows, and it's growing, and it's good, and every time is a great experience. I love coming here. If there's a real scene for it, and I think a lot of bands are missing out, to be quite honest with you. I'm making the effort. I think there's a lot of lazy bands out there who don't want to put their hours in and the road miles. But you come to places like this where bands don't come, and people appreciate it, and they come and see you, and it's nice to see, bands. We're talking about it the other day to the band and saying a lot of people, if people can't afford to go to the big shows, or they don't have the time to go to the big shows, they don't like big shows. If there's nothing else available, there's no scene for it. But if you make yourself available, people come, So yeah, I enjoy coming here. Yeah, it's good. To be honest, we've all got a wide ranging love of different music. We all, what we do share is we all know what a good song is. We all say a good song is a good song regardless of genre. A good song is a well written song. But we all love all the different genres. Maybe some of us more. There's Alex and Adam of big massive country fans. Where we're from, my dad used to play in country bands with their relatives. So country is a big thing, to be honest. We're all fans of country, those two in particular. Alex on the drums is a massive country fan, massive. I like my punk and that. We all share a love of metal, classic metal, Judas Priest, and the classic rock bands. Thunder, UFO, YNT, and the more modern rock stuff, Airborne, Blackstone Cherry. They're the Airborne and Blackstone Cherry were the reasons we really started the band in the first place. There was a bit of a resurgence in 2008. Of young guys in rock bands, Blackstone Cherry, Airborne, Alter Bridge, The Answer, loads of bands, and this was like these felt like our bands at the time. So it was the reason we really started the band in the first place. But yeah, I love funk. Yeah, I mean we bring it all to the table. We have a wide ranging sound. Some people think we don't know who we are, but we just know we don't want to pigeonhole ourselves into a certain box. So we just do what we want, really. I mean, I don't know how it is really, but it does feel like there's a little bit of a divide between the kind of metal bands, the new metal bands, that scene, and the rock bands, really. I think rock is definitely a bit more underground in the UK. You come to Europe, it's great. It's kind of still a bit of a thing, It's amazing. But I definitely feel we're part of something in the UK, whatever it is. There's we play with some amazing bands. The Virgin Marys are absolutely top tier rock band. So they have a lot of punk influences. A band called Florence Black. They're a great band we've been out with a number of times. Amazing Welsh rock band. These were Kid Rivers. There's a scene, and I think it's something, and I think it's something significant. But it's growing, and there are loads of bands appearing, which can only be a good thing, can't it? You know. Well, I'm a massive Oasis fan, but I'm not. I refuse to pay over £100 to see anybody in the world, and I don't care who it is. So no, I didn't go and watch them. I've seen them before anyway, so I don't know. It is what it is. 'Cause I wanna see you forever. I mean, we were very green as the grass, as they say in the UK. When that came out, we released it on a tiny label. It was a tiny affair. It was a starting point, don't get me wrong. It means a lot to us, but a big turning point in our career was signing to Earache Records in the UK, really. That was a big thing for us. And that opened a lot of doors, and it led us to play. A massive thing was playing Download in the UK for the first time. I mean, we'd been going for sort of 8 or 9 years before that, and it never even registered on our radar that we would ever even be entertained to play that festival, because we didn't think we were cool enough or good enough or in the scene or part of anything enough to be asked to play. And then in whatever year it was, 2018 maybe, we were asked to play. It was 20 minutes in one of the tents. It was insane. That was a real moment for us. Like, yeah, we've played it a few times since then as well. So that's always great to go back there. And we got to play Wacken a couple of years ago, which was another big thing for us. It was amazing. And we're opening the doors to more festivals in Europe, which is always a big thing. I mean, there's been so many, supporting there's a band in the UK called the Wild Hearts. I was a big fan of the Wild Hearts when I was like 16. And to go on tour supporting, we first went on tour with Ginger and his solo stuff, which was amazing. That was the first support tour we ever did. And then we went on to support the Wild Hearts on an album tour, and that was mind-blowing. It was watching this guy who I'd listened to when I was 16, and he went on stage wearing one of our t-shirts one night, and I was just like, it was a bit mad, really, But yeah, that was amazing. So we've had so many great highlights. I can't complain about the opportunities we've had have been great, Peace be with you if you follow. The survival's the biggest goal of this game. So many bands, you see so many great bands come and go or give up, and there's so many pitfalls, being ripped off by people, untrustworthy people. Things are so expensive. Brexit, can't go to Europe anymore, Sad. It's a sad state of affairs. We're lucky we've got a great team. We've just managed to get above that Brexit thing. We could still make it into Europe, and we're very lucky. So survival, but we've had some chart success in the UK, which was great. To carry on like that, Our trajectory has always been. It's never been like that. It's always been, put it steady. But I'm happy with that. Yeah, that's good. As long as it's going up and people are listening and enjoying it, we can survive. I'm not too bothered about a solid gold toilet or anything like that, or a fancy car. I'd just like to be able to do this and survive, which is good. 'Cause I wanna see you forever. Well, what we did was we recorded it over 2 nights, so we took both. It was the sets were the same, and Adam edited it, and we took bits of this. We took songs off this night, and maybe if there was a bit here that needed touching up, and did a bit of editing. But it's all from the 2 night. We 2 nights. We recorded a pre-production day as well, and we did a matinee show for a bunch of school kids, which was a crazy thing, really. So we had plenty of material. It's all live. It's all real, and it's all gone into the final product, which has come out. It's far exceeded my expectations, to be honest, and I'm proud of it. And it's exactly, we've managed to achieve what we wanted to achieve. I think we're not with Earache anymore, but they're releasing that, and a lot of it comes down to finances. Any more tracks than that, you're into double vinyl. You can only get so many tracks on a vinyl or a double CD, and the production costs then start going through the roof, and there's more work involved. And I mean. And I get it. I get what some people, I mean, there's 12, I think there's 12 or 13 tracks on there. I mean, you look at Slade Alive, in my opinion, one of the greatest live albums of all time. It's got 7 tracks on it, and 2 of them are covers, and none of them are big sound songs for Slade. So I think you've got to look past the track list on a live album and listen to it for what it is, for the atmosphere and for the energy. And I don't think the songs matter as much as long as the live thing is there. It all came down really to, I mean, we knew which tracks we'd like to put on there, but it did come down to what were the best tracks, what came out the best, what sounds the best, what flowed, what made the best live album, really. There's a couple of tracks on it that aren't on it. Night Skies, I don't think is on it, which is a big one for us to leave off. But Please Stay Calm's on there, which it's a similar tempo, and Please Stay Calm just was a better performance, so that made it on there. I'm not going to put songs on for no good reason. If they're not up to scratch, then we don't go on. The way things are with a lot of bands, we've always put albums out, but a lot of bands now, they put music out, they drop music regularly. So we've been looking into doing that. And it's always important, a band like us especially, who maybe aren't the biggest band in the world, you've got to remain in people's view, remain relevant. So when we just signed a new record deal with Reaper from Germany, who are a great label, and we wanted to put a track out with them and just keep the momentum going. I think it will end up on an album.
Face the moments that you're in. Alternatively, take it on the chin. Or do you punch the nose right off your day? Better lace them up and face them down. Sometimes you gotta swim against the tide. Occasionally embrace the wild ride. Making sure you sing before you swing. Of course the revolution will be televised. If we
right at any opportunity, really. A little bit. Yeah, just whenever we have time. We're quite lucky. Me and Adam do the band full time. The rest of the guys still work and but are self-employed doing things, But me and Adam do it full time, so we can write whenever we want, really. So quite lucky about that. I'm always thinking of ideas, lyrics or lines or song ideas, themes, and I have a big long list on my telephone of rubbish, just nonsense, really, just things that might create a spark, things I can read back and go, yeah. Adam and Stephen, they're both really the catalyst to the music. And when they have something going, they give it to me, and then I marry it up to some words or some lyrics or something, and we'll go from there, really. And we just build on it, really, And then that's how it's always worked for us, yeah. We're just a glorified clock shop that happens to sing songs. As sad as it sounds, that's kind of how it's become, really. There's not a lot of money to be made from the music itself compared to other revenue streams. Me and Adam also, at the end of COVID, I was made redundant, as was Adam, and we had no income stream. So we set up like an online fan club called Wagons World, which is hosted by Patreon, if you've ever heard of it. And because we had a lot of time on our hands, and because people were at home with a lot of time on their hands, a lot of people signed up. And we were creating content and doing exclusives and this and that. We sort of crafted it really well. And it's been going like 5 years now. And we've got over 300 patrons. So me and Adam work on that a lot of the time, so that helps out a lot. We decide on the set list before we go on the road, and we always rehearse it, of course. But 9 times out of 10, you don't always find it works as well as you think it might on the road. So there's always room to change things. I mean, yeah, it's only a case of getting a Sharpie and going. I mean, we play that much. We know We know most of it. We know all of the songs that we are going to likely to play. So we might know 30 or 40 songs, you know, but there's only going to be sort of 17 in a set, 16 in a set, whatever. So if we want to swap a few out, plus you always have soundcheck, can always run through a song, you know, or move the songs around. Yeah, we do swap it around. Not too drastically, though. It depends why you're going out for a start, really. If you're going out to promote an album, we think it's important to play the singles from the album, and maybe play one or two other tracks off the album to promote the album, and then some fan favorites maybe, or whatever. Maybe a song we haven't played for a long time, or a couple of songs we've not played for a long time off older albums, and then some more popular stuff. But certainly a tour like this, there's nothing. We're not really out. We're still pushing the album, of course. We're always promoting yourself, but we can sort of rein it back a bit and have a bit more free rein. We'll make it a bit more of a sort of a. If you've never seen us before, this is what we're about, kind of a tour. You know, a lot of singles in there off of their albums, so there's a bit more of a sort of a good time set, if you like. You know, no deep cuts, no old songs really, just the sort of the ones that seem to be the most popular. You know, if it's an introduction to Wagons, if you like. I think it's terrifying to myself. I think it's dangerous and terrifying, and I think it could put a lot of people out of work. I mean, I would never dream of using it to write songs or to write lyrics or music. It's great to get ideas on what it is. Well, things like ChatGPT. I mean, I'm no expert. You're speaking to an idiot here, so. It's great for working out things like, what we do use it for is like tour routing and schedules and planning. You know, it's like massive, you'll say to ChatGPT, Massive Wagons, some UK, you want to play a run of dates in the UK next March, 600 to 800 cap venues. Can you come up with a routine? Can you come up with some venue suggestions? And it comes up with a nice plan, a start point. It's great for start points, you know, then you can develop on it yourself. But in terms of using it to release something as our own, it's not really that well, no. See then, I might as well go back to my old job. You know? Thank you so much for having us. Thanks for coming to shows. I mean, every time we come here, it gets a little bit more rowdy, and people get a little bit more into it, and it's really growing, and we like coming. We do like coming here. It's fantastic. Thanks for the support. Is all I can say. Really, keep listening and keep coming to gigs, and we'll keep coming back. You know.